Lecturers Union. It's a combined union of university lecturers and those lecturers from FE colleges around the country.
My name's Mark Campbell. I'm the chair of the UCU Coordinating Committee at London Metropolitan University. I'm also on the National Executive of UCU representing London and the East.
Having student union elections for their reps. Now clearly, as a lecturer at this institution, I cannot tell my students how to vote.
Why are we on strike? It's to defend education. I mean, today it isn't just London Met lecturers that are on strike. It's lecturers in all universities throughout the UK, so that's England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland.
Cheer about what ESOL does for hundreds of thousands of people in this country, what it does for us, and what will happen if the government...
We're on strike for a number of issues. Primarily, it's to do with our pensions, because what's happening is the government and the employers have decided to reduce the amount of money we will get paid when we retire, but also, as well as reducing the amount we get, they're going to make us pay more and work longer in order to get that lower amount of money.
My name's Claire Locke and I work for the Students' Union. I'm the Campaigns and Communications Officer. Some of the security came out because they wanted to take down our banner which says student support staff on strike, that some students made the other day in support and solidarity for the lecturers who were going on strike. And they wanted to take it down, so I went into the office and called for one of the managers to come down and speak to him, and we just requested that we're allowed to keep it up until we've finished what we're doing here, and then we'll take it down afterwards.
In the history of our union, where FE, further education and higher education have stuck together against education cuts in the history of the union. So this is our first national strike in defence of education.
The students voted in favour of supporting the lecturers because what affects the lecturers ultimately affects us, and it's the same with the support staff. If we lose the support staff, if we lose the lecturers, then the students are impacted by this.
Unfortunately, as well as increasing fees, what the government have done, they've removed all of the grants that we normally get in order to pay for our courses through people's taxes. Now we think actually taxpayers' money should be spent on education because it actually helps the economy as a whole. So if you reduce taxpayers' money and at the same time you demand students pay more but students can't afford to pay more, it means that actually you have less amount of money in total going into universities. The employers have responded by saying, well, in that case our students will get less. In order for us to survive as a university, we've decided it's far easier for us to cut the number of lecturers, to cut the amount of contact time our students have, and to cut the amount of courses and module choices they get. So, although we're fighting for jobs and fighting for pensions, in reality we're fighting to save education, because if our jobs go, it'll be students' education that'll suffer.
We need to get this clear. This is not about shutting down education. This is about trying to save our education. And what
My name's Alice, I'm a LSE student, an undergrad.
Okay, what's going on here? I can see you painting.
We're making a banner for Saturday for the March for the Alternative.
What's going to happen Saturday?
It's a big national demonstration called by the TUC, but lots of organisations and different groups are going. So we're going as part of a delegation of LSE students.
Okay, and what do you think of the strike? It's about the strike, right?
Yeah, today's our lecturers are out on strike over a pensions deal that they didn't want to accept, and I think we should be supporting them. I think that lecturers are valuable people and their pay shouldn't be pittance when other people in society are paid so much for things that don't have any social worth, and stuff like what the lecturers do teach at LSE is very valuable to society, and they should get a fair pension deal.
And I've already heard from some of the ESOL students who are here. Give my foot to rescue. Let's hear from the ESOL students again.
What do you think about the government cuts?
I oppose them. I think a lot of them are ideologically motivated, and I think they're hitting the poorest hardest. They're hitting women particularly hard. I think they're unfair, and they're being handed down from a government that has no experience of what life is really like. Most of the government have been to places like Eton and been privately educated, went to Oxbridge, don't know what it's like to rely on these services and what a big impact they have on people.
My grandchildren, I'm really worried about the education my grandchildren are going to get. State education. So we've got to keep fighting.
I have a son who's 16. He's hit by all the attacks on education. I'm hit because my pay's been frozen for 3 years, and this rubbish in the bucket that's going to give me some stupid £20 more a year is going to do nothing when I've got a pay freeze, there's no EMA, and I've got to pay university fees for my son.
English for Speakers of Other Languages at Hackney Community College. I'm here with some students from Hackney and some students from City and Islington to talk to you about what ESOL does for hundreds of thousands of people in this country, what it does for us, and what will happen if the government proposals go ahead to cut ESOL and to change who can get classes. Firstly, English language changes. English language changes people's lives.
This is the beginning, I think.
And let's be clear, we can win. If we fight, we can win.
The truth is, people say, well, if you fight, is there any guarantee you will win? The answer I would give to them is if we don't fight, we will guarantee to lose.